Hey everyone, I'm raw food chef Chaya Ryvka from thelivingvision.com here once again on behalf of Living Tree Community Foods. And today I am going to make a really fun, colorful, fresh raw food recipe that is highlighting one of Living Tree's amazing healing oils. And today it's their pumpkin seed oil, which is by far one of the most healing, nutritious oils you can take into your body. So it's great to learn new recipes and figure out new ways to use these truly beneficial oils. Just a little bit on pumpkin seed oil. First of all, Living Tree, all of their oils are cold processed. So that's retaining the healing fats and the minerals and the vitamins that are essential and available to us through these oils, through these healing foods. Pumpkin seed oil is one of the highest sources of zinc, magnesium. It also goes right into your blood when you take it into your body. Like within minutes you're getting everything from that oil. It's a great balance of omega-3 and 6 fatty acids, as well as high in vitamin E. There's a lot of information on Living Tree's website about this oil and links to all sorts of great articles that will give you more information on why it's such a healing oil and so good to incorporate into your diet. Also great to know is that Living Tree sources their pumpkin seeds from California farmers. So that's really special in that, or it might not be Californian, but it's definitely American farmers, which is very important because most of the seeds that you'll get in the markets are coming from overseas. And these are really fresh, local seeds that are then pressed with the utmost respect and integrity to give you an oil that is going to be really, really healing for your body. So that's Living Tree's pumpkin seed oil, and I'm going to do a recipe here today, but you should know that the flavor of this oil is nutty and buttery and savory and just really delicious. So anything that you would use butter on or oil on, whether it's a salad or steamed vegetable or even popcorn, your pumpkin seed oil is going to be a very special delicious flavor to have on there. So for instance, on your salad you could just use some pumpkin seed oil, some of Living Tree's coconut vinegar, and a pinch of some of their high mineral sea salt, because Living Tree carries 3 varieties of very high mineral sea salt, which is the salt that you want to mineralize your body rather than leach minerals from your body. So that's really important. And that would just be a very basic vinaigrette. You could also use apple cider vinegar. You want to use one of the healing vinegars on there too, something that is going to nourish your system. One other thing I want to remember and mention about pumpkin seed oil in specific in particular is that it's an anti-parasitic as well, pumpkin seeds as well as the oil. So whether you know you have parasites and are dealing with that and looking for holistic methods of dealing with that, or if you just want to, take in foods that are going to help your body move anything like that out. Pumpkin seed oil is an amazing, you just take a tablespoon a day, and that will help to kill any parasites that are in you and help your body to move them through. So that's a really good piece of information to know about pumpkin seed oil. Sorry, there's like a little fly in front of me. I have my doors open. We're in the middle of October and it is so warm out here. So I have my doors open and I'm feeling the draft, and it's really nice. So the recipe I want to share with you today, I'm doing a play off of a Thai recipe called larb, and it's usually using meat with a lot of fresh vegetables into a salad, and we'll make that, and they actually do a lettuce leaf wrap with it, so it's kind of like a Thai taco. But instead of using a meat base today, we're going to use soaked pumpkin seeds. Also, through Living Tree Community Foods, you can find pumpkin seeds on their website. Buy them in a pound bag, and then you're going to get those really good, high-quality American pumpkin seeds. And you'll take those, take just a cup of them, and soak them overnight with a pinch of sea salt to help release the phytic acid or the anti-nutrients in there, and the enzyme inhibitors. so that they come to life and are more digestible for your body. And then when you're ready to make your recipe, you'll rinse them, or if it's going to be a while, rinse them ahead of time and even soak them in more water and stick them in your fridge if it's going to be more than 8 to 12 hours. That way your seeds are ready. You don't want to let them sit for more than a couple days like that, but you can have them prepared in your refrigerator and just rinse them every 6 hours or so. And then give them a final rinse. And for this recipe, we're going to just measure out 1 cup of our soaked pumpkin seeds, which I have here measured out already. And I'm using a food processor with the S-blade attachment. So I'm going to go ahead and put my pumpkin seeds into my food processor. And to that, I'm going to add a few ingredients. I have in here a mixture of a tablespoon of water, 2 tablespoons of wheat-free tamari, and 2 tablespoons of our pumpkin seed oil. And that's going to go right in there. And to that, I'm going to add a bit of kelp powder, which you can find at any health food store, and it's a great thing to have on hand to throw into salads or pâtés, or just take in your smoothies. You won't taste it too much. In this recipe, it's going to mineralize even more the food, but it's also going to give a slight oceany or sea flavor, because normally this would have a fish sauce in it. So our kelp is going to go along with that tamari and create a fish sauce kind of flavor. And of that, I used about 1/4 teaspoon, and I'm also adding about 1/8 of a teaspoon of powdered stevia. I'm not doing sugar right now, but if I were doing some sweetener other than stevia, I would go to Living Tree Community Foods and order their coconut nectar, coconut palm nectar. It's like honey, but it's made from the sap of the coconut. And it's a sustainable practices. They don't have to cut down the whole palm tree or anything like that. They cut a shoot and collect the sap out of that. And it is a very, it's a very rich, kind of maple syrupy kind of flavor, but in Thai food they use the palm nectar in most of their cooking as a sweetener, so that is going to be your ideal sweetener for this. And if you're not tolerating sugars right now, then go ahead and try the stevia powder like I'm using today. But you should also note that the coconut nectar is a very low glycemic sweetener as well, so it's a great way to go if you're going to use any type of a regular sweetener that has a bit of a glycemic load to it. So I'm going to add this to my food processor. And that's all that's going to go in there. Now we're just going to pulse that until it's just chunky. Okay, so I don't want it to be completely smooth. I want some texture in there. Normally it would be a meat, so that would have some type of a texture. I am going to wipe this down one time, just to break down those bigger chunks of pumpkin seeds a bit. And that's great, that's perfect. Okay, so now I'm going to pull out a mixing bowl. We will transfer our pumpkin seed base into our mixing bowl. now we're going to add some wonderful fresh ingredients that I've pre-prepared here. First of all, I'm adding a nice handful of fresh mint that I rough chopped, so the leaves are still big and you'll get that texture in your mouth and really get a nice punch of fragrant mint. And I also have another handful of fresh cilantro that I've taken off of the stem here, and I haven't chopped that up at all. I really want the big whole leaves on there to give it a salady kind of texture. So probably if you loose pack the mint and the cilantro separately, it would be about a ½ cup each, but just a nice handful. And I'm putting all of this in there because I took those handfuls previously. And then I also have here just a pinch of some freshly chopped scallions and a pinch of some freshly chopped hot chili peppers. So you could use a teaspoon of some dried chili peppers flakes if you wanted to. I just wanted that flavor of the fresh serrano chili in there. And then I have covered here some sliced red onion, and I'm just going to do a small pinch of those. You can use what you like. You'll know if you really like the flavor of those raw red onions, and if you like it less, add a little bit less. Go with what works for you. And then I also have here some carrot noodles that I made using a vegetable peeler because I haven't gotten my mandolin. If you have a mandolin at home, then you can just make yourself some carrot noodles on your mandolin and just take a small handful of those. Mine is still en route, so I don't have that here with me, but if you don't have a mandolin and would like to, then just peel your carrot and then take your peeler and just peel all around the outside, one strip at a time, and you'll get some really nice carrot noodles. They're not as evenly proportioned, but you still get the noodle effect, which is really nice to get that different texture. And then I also have some purple cabbage, which is going to give a nice textural contrast and color contrast. It's really fun to have lots of color in your food. So I'm also putting a nice handful of that in there. And then the final ingredient I have here is I actually just mashed up some flax crackers I had that had flax and chia and sunflower seeds and some veggies. But this part is really just for the added crunch. So I might also, if I don't have flax crackers, I might use soaked and dehydrated almonds or sunflower seeds, or even if you use some of your pumpkin seeds and dehydrate them and make them crispy. Just something to add a little crunch. So I have 3 tablespoons of that here. And now we are going to mix everything together. And I'm going to move this stuff out of the way first, so that I have lots of room and I don't knock anything over. And these colors are just so beautiful. This is such a nice, fresh recipe. I just love all those colors. And I think I did not mention that if you're going to be using the coconut nectar instead of stevia, then I would start with a tablespoon and taste your mixture. And if you love that flavor, great. And if you want it a tad sweeter, then do 1 more tablespoon of the coconut nectar. And that will be absolutely delicious. Okay, so this is mixed nicely. And our final step here is going to be to pull our plate out. And I've just put a little garnish on there, more color. And you know, during the winter time, if you're trying to keep up, you know, a high raw diet or anything like that, it really helps to have some stuff pre-prepared. So making a large batch of something like this and having it in the fridge, have some of your lettuce leaves already washed and dried and ready to go, so you just have something to grab. Make it really easy for yourself to have the healthiest choices available. So now let's get a spoon. And we're just going to scoop some of that right onto our lettuce leaf. And that is beautiful and so fresh. And the way that you will eat that is you'll just pick it up and fold your leaf over. And then you have here, oops, you have here beautiful pumpkin seed larb or Thai taco. I'm not going to eat it now. I have a feeling that will be a little bit messy on there, but definitely try it at home. I'll go ahead and give you a close-up of that so you can really get a good sense of what it looks like.